Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you. And with yesterday's release of the fourth Transformers movie, Age of Extinction, I thought today I would muse a bit on my thoughts on the franchise. First off, at this point, I pretty much have little to no desire to see Age of Extinction. It's not that I think it's going to be a bad movie. I just think that after trudging through the first three, I doubt I'll enjoy it, and I have very fond memories of the Transformers, and, well, I'd rather not besmirch them. At least any more than I already have. That being said, they're not bad movies. Well, okay, maybe not. The first one's not too bad, at least. The second one, it teeters a bit. It has its moments. It's long, it's drawn out, and there are sudden crescendos of just violence everywhere. But hey, that's kind of to be expected. I'm not expecting Shakespeare. I'm expecting giant robots beating the crap out of each other. Third one, well, yeah. Anyway, all that being said, my issues with the franchise really stem from a few things. First off, I want to say that the way they look in the movies, I actually appreciate that. It kind of has a whole, you can tell where everything is supposed to go. Whereas, as much as I love the cartoon from the 80s, looking at how Optimus would transform from truck to robot, it's kind of like, how the hell does someone sit in the cab of his truck if his head comes out of the top of said cab? It was little things like that growing up, I kind of noticed. But, like I said, with these, yes, it's a big problem that a lot of fans have, but like I said, it makes sense. You can tell where all the pieces go. However, a lot of them kind of just seem to be cut from the same mold. Like, well, here's your Autobot, put car pieces around it so that it makes sense. Here's a Decepticon, put vehicle pieces around so we have where they make sense. And that's one of the biggest problems I have. And it gets to the point where the major battle scenes almost get confusing. I mean, not so much in the first one, because you only had about, maybe a dozen altogether Transformers in the entire movie. That is combining both sides, and each one did have a distinct look. But in 2 and in 3, you had tons of Transformers. And like I said, only a handful had distinctive looks. It seems like if an Autobot or Decepticon had more than 2 lines of dialogue, they were made to look special. Otherwise, that's the part of the mold. And like I said, it got really confusing at points to kind of think, okay, which one's fighting who? Until, okay, here comes Optimus smashing. Okay, now I get it. All right. But, yeah, it was just kind of a sticking point. Then, the real problem I have with the franchise, which does not, and this is something that is not going to be ending anytime soon, is the fact that the human characters are the central characters. In the first 3, it's about what is going on with Sam Witwicky. How is he going to get involved in what's going on with the Transformers? And to be perfectly honest, after a while, it gets annoying. Because it's called Transformers, not a bunch of humans with Transformers in the background. The 80s cartoon, it had human characters, yes, I'm not going to deny that. But they were few and far between. They had their own little thing, and everything was about the Transformers. You didn't have anything about, my son's going off to college. His Transformer car might be going with him too. We don't know yet. No, it was the Transformers are doing their thing. Oh, here comes a human character. Okay, that's our ally. Let's protect. But yeah, you didn't have the focal characters were not the humans. The focal characters were the Transformers. That's what these movies need to be about. Not Shia LaBeouf and his family, Marky Mark and his family, so on and so, and of course the soldiers, which are practically useless against Decepticons. I say practically because I don't remember the exact name of the round they used, but they did have a means of at least doing some damage to the Decepticons, as shown in the first movie. But yeah, it just seemed pointless to have them working alongside the Transformers, because what are they really going to do? Get stepped on? Kicked out of the way? Pretty much. They didn't really show that happening, but still. Also, many of the characters were really two-dimensional at best. In fact, Josh Duhamel's character starts off actually rather fleshed out, and then over the course of 2 and 3, all his backstory just kind of flitters away. In the first one, hey, he's got a wife and kid. 2 and 3, who cares? They're not there. Who cares? But yeah, so these movies need to focus on the Transformers, not on the humans. I mean, don't get me wrong. That humanity's, we can be great. We can be terrible, but we can also be great. And otherwise, if I want to watch a movie about humans and robots truly working together, I'll watch Pacific Rim. But with the Transformers movies, they should be about the Transformers. And I'm saying this part over and over again because it's true. Bottom line, that's what they need to be about. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed watching the first two. I still enjoy watching the first one. The second one, there are points that just grate on me after a while. And the third one, I watched it once and I wasn't impressed. But that's me. The best I can say about them is that all in all, the movies are full of sound and fury that ultimately signify nothing. Anyway, that's my musings on the Transformers franchise. Rock and Roll Spock. Feel free to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And I am out for this week. Live long, rock hard.